Hey everyone, Dandelion Princess here, and welcome to another episode of the Keyblade Chronicles, where I talk about anything and everything to do with Kingdom Hearts. Today we are going to talk about Kairi. Now, since the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, there has been a lot of strong opinions about Kairi and how she was handled during Kingdom Hearts 3. And I've been wanting to get my thoughts on the subject out for a while now. I want to talk about both Kairi and the situation with the fan base. Before we get started though, I just want to say that this is all completely my opinion on the situation. I'm not here to change your guys' mind about how you see Kairi as a character, whether she's your favorite or you hate her. It doesn't matter. I'm just trying to get this off my chest and kind of give you guys how I feel on the situation. But this is just all my opinion, and if you feel differently, that's fine, and I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So before I jump into Kingdom Hearts 3, I think it's important for you guys to know where I stood on Kairi as a character throughout the series, and just before Kingdom Hearts 3 was a thing. So, for those of you who don't know, my first Kingdom Hearts game that I ever played and experienced was Kingdom Hearts 2. And I really liked Kairi in it. I thought, she was a pretty interesting character, and I wanted to learn more about her. And I got really invested in seeing Sora and Kairi reunite and finally get to each other again. Now, going into Kingdom Hearts 2, I knew that it was a sequel. So I kind of went off the fact thinking that they had much more interactions in the first game, and that their relationship had much more development. What really sold me on Sora and Kairi as a couple was the ending scene to Kingdom Hearts 2, when Sora and Riku finally get back to Destiny Islands. That moment of Sora just being like, we're back, and Kairi being your home, and then him giving her the lucky charm. It was just an adorable and a really great scene, and that scene may just be one of my favorites in the whole series, even to this day. So, needless to say, after playing Kingdom Hearts 2, I really wanted to see more. I wanted to play the first game as well as go forward and see what happened with these two. So, I played Kingdom Hearts 1 finally, and, well, let's just say to me, it was the peak of both their relationship and Kairi's development, in my opinion. And for that to be the case for the very first game in a series is kinda yikes. Let me explain. So, first off, in Kingdom Hearts 1, Kairi is the very second person you ever see on screen, not counting the cinematic opening. And we very quickly get an idea of who she is as a person and her relationship with both Sora and Riku. Honestly, I love this bit of tutorial section in Kingdom Hearts 1. Just being around Destiny Islands and, going about making the raft is just a really great way to start off the series, and it's a great way to show us the dynamics between these three. And that's what it did. We very quickly could see the rivalry between Sora and Riku, and we quickly find out that Sora has feelings for Kairi. Towards the end of the Destiny Island section, we get a cute little scene between just Sora and Kairi. And Kairi expresses how she thinks Riku is changing, and it very heavily hints at the fact that she doesn't like it. She even kind of jokes about just leaving with Sora and taking the raft without Riku. After this, Kairi pretty much disappears for most of the game, but I was perfectly okay with it for this game because of the way the situation is handled. The game makes the stakes perfectly clear. Sora has to find Riku and Kairi, and that is what he wants to do throughout this game, and that is really all he cares about. It's only later that he starts to see the importance of helping out these other worlds. And throughout the game, we get some subtle hints that maybe Kairi is closer than Sora thinks. And by the end, we finally find Kairi's body, and we find out that her heart has been within Sora the whole time. I really love this reveal, and you know, as a little kid, I really didn't expect it. It was really well executed by dropping little hints here and there, but never fully giving it away until it's time to actually reveal it. And the game further establishes how far Sora is willing to go for Kairi and how much he really cares about her by sacrificing himself just so she can get her heart back and so she can wake up. It's another really sweet scene, followed up by yet another one, with Kairi actually being able to get Sora back to his actual form. Once Kairi's back to safety, we get yet another really cute scene between these two. Sora needs to go save Riku now and put an end to all this for good. Kairi wants to go with him. But of course, Sora denies her this, saying she'd be in the way. Which is completely understandable. He really cares about her, and he doesn't want to see her get hurt. And without a Keyblade of her own, she can't really do anything. So Kairi agrees to stay behind, and she gives Sora her lucky charm. Something I didn't even realize the full weight of in Kingdom Hearts 2, since I played it first. After defeating the big bad, we get one more amazing scene between these two. The worlds are being restored and Kairi is going back to Destiny Islands. And Sora has to stay behind to find Riku and the king. We get an amazing moment of the two of them reaching out to each other and Sora saying that he's always with Kairi and that he'll get back to her. And Kingdom Hearts 1 ends with the final scene of Kairi seeing the drawing in their secret hideout, and we finally get full confirmation that she has feelings for Sora as well, as she draws a Paopu fruit too. Not gonna lie, this scene really did get me a bit teary-eyed, and because of everything that happened in the game, it's hard for this scene not to make you emotional. And it's not just me. I've seen plenty of Let's Plays where this scene just gets to people. Just everything that built up to this moment and the execution of the scene, it's just amazing. And definitely one of the best scenes of the series. Going into Rechain of Memories, Kairi isn't in this game pretty much at all. In most games where this is the case, it disappoints me. But the way Rechain of Memories is executed, it pulls this off really well. Just like in the first game, we know the stakes perfectly. Sora wants to go to Destiny Islands and be with Kairi, but not before finding his best friend Riku. And even though Kairi isn't in the game, she has a very heavy presence. Like in Kingdom Hearts 1, we get little moments where Sora thinks about her or talks about her to really keep her in our minds. It really shows how strong their connection is. And as the game goes on, we see Naminé replace Sora's memories of Kairi. He completely forgets about Kairi, and Kairi's completely replaced by Naminé. And yet it still shows how much Sora cares about Kairi. It starts to get to the point to where the only thing he cares about is saving Naminé. And this was the organization's plan the whole time, to replace his memories with Naminé so that he will do whatever Naminé wants. And this shows as Sora slowly becomes more and more obsessed with her. It just goes to show how strong his feelings for Kairi are, because Naminé is just inserting herself in Kairi's place. It's really well done, and by the end of the game, Sora has to make the hard choice of finding out who is really most important to him and getting his old memories back, which he does. Now, having played those two games, going back to Kingdom Hearts 2, I felt a little different. Yeah, their scenes were still cute, but the times when Sora would mention Kairi or think of her would be fewer and far in between from the first games, and the reunion scene really felt lackluster compared to some of their other scenes that they've had. The only real scene that I could argue gets better after playing the previous games would be the ending when they get back to Destiny Islands. Now, going forward into the other games, Kairi really has little to no presence. In Birth by Sleep, they're younger and we just get a little scene between Kairi and Aqua showing us how she can use the Keyblade and the world she used to live in. So nothing really to talk about there, though it is important information for us to know. And in Dream Drop Distance, it's the Sora and Riku show. In fact, I'm hard-pressed to think of a scene in Dream Drop Distance where Sora mentions Kairi at all. The only thing we get of Kairi is when Riku brings Kairi to the mysterious tower, and we find out that Yen Sid may have something in store for her. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a scene from one of the secret movies. In the Birth by Sleep secret movie Blank Points? God, I hope that's the right one. Anyway, in that secret movie, we see Sora and Riku have decided to go see Yen Sid and King Mickey to start the events of Dream Drop Distance. And Kairi just gives Sora her lucky charm again and lets them go on their way. Initially, this scene didn't bother me, but looking closer, it is kind of out of character for her. I mean, in Kingdom Hearts 1, we see her try to go with Sora and say that she wants to help and fight, but he says she'll be in the way, and she basically just listens to him. But in some of the text dialogue for Kingdom Hearts 2, we see that she's fed up with being left behind on these adventures, and she says that her, Sora, and Riku are just gonna go everywhere together from now on. And yet here in the scene, she just lets them both go without putting up any kind of fight. It would have been something if she wanted to go, but she was turned down yet again. But she doesn't even try. Hey guys, so if you already couldn't tell, I decided to split this video up into two separate parts, this being part 1. I did this because the video was going to be pretty lengthy if I kept both parts together, and I wanted to give an equal amount of time to talking about everything that happened with the community, as well as how I felt about Kairi before Kingdom Hearts 3. So with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed part 1, and part 2, where I talk about everything with Kingdom Hearts 3, will be out as soon as possible. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.